at the close, Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin. Joel, you made it to the end of another week. Good afternoon, everyone. You all made it as well to the end of another week. It's been a good week here in the markets. It's a good week today, or a good day today, I should say. We're up mostly across the board. The Russell's up big. The net, all the major indexes are up. The Russell's up 2.33%, about 3 times what the S&Ps are up, and about 4 or 5 times what the Nasdaq is up today. So you've got equities up, you've got Bitcoin's down, but we're up in stocks, Joel. How we doing?
Yeah, what else is new? It's deja vu all over again here on Friday afternoon. S&Ps are up 27 and a half handles at 36.92. Got nowhere near that pre-market low of 65.50. 72 and a quarter was your intraday low. Picked up momentum once we took out that early morning high of 36.80. Current high 36.94 and a quarter, folks. I can't give you any resistance when there is no resistance in the market. Crude trying to close above $46. You got as high as 46.68. Currently trading up 37 cents at 46.01. Gold flat, 1841.10. A little bit of recovery here in the gold market this week. Silver doing okay as well. That's up 16.3 cents at 24.30. And Bitcoin, 900-point range, down $490 at 19,075. So not busting through 20, but certainly finding some support here in the mid 1800, 18,000 range in Bitcoin.
All right, let's just follow through on some stocks that we talked about this morning. I mean, the two big ones. We'll start CIIC. That one hit 30 on the nose. Nice round number. I love round.
Nice round number. The follow through from the Kramer push. Couldn't finally found some sellers. Nice round number, but like 30. I don't even know what was the close on the day that it made that all-time high. I'm just curious to see if this is going to be a new all-time closing high for CIIC. Boom, 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 boom. Where is that? This was.
I don't think so. No.
On that day, it actually hit 33.50 on that day. 27.17. So it's trying. It's trying to post a new all-time closing high, but we'll see. Still a few minutes to go.
Laser, just obviously one, maybe not obviously, but a much younger stock, not as much price history to go off of, but
that did make a new all-time high here by a wide margin, gapped and go, and backed off the high a little bit, so you got some work to do to get back up to that 34. Actually, it was a little bit higher than that. 34.44. So going to be closing in the lower portion of the range. That's not great, but we'll see what it brings tomorrow or Monday in, what is the name of this one? Luminar Tech Inc.
That's it. You got it. Hey, what about Fastly? I don't think we've discussed Fastly all week, maybe even last week either, because this thing really got quiet. It was ripping there for a little bit. It got really quiet after that gap down. I think that was on earnings. I don't remember why, but Fastly, there was a rumor going around the street today that Cisco is apparently in talks by the company. Is one of those like vague, like takeover rumors that has no real merit.
No, you got to pop. Well, right now it's pulling back. If you were keying off the high that it had on the gap down day, 95.35, you would have had a little regret when it went to 97.19. But right now, that sale doesn't look too bad. These kind of things, if there's smoke, you want to see fire. You want to see, you want to see the deal announced and follow through. But as of right now, still a good day for Fastly, but well off that 97.19 high made earlier this morning.
Hey, so we've been talking on our show about dogs barking. And one of those dogs that's barking today was Funko, FNKO. They caught an upgrade from Piper Sandler this morning.
Ooh, that's all it needed.
They gave it a $12 price target, and you're right. That's all it took.
950. They had that other high just above 950. So you had 3, 4, 5 highs in the same area. Opened up that, had no problem clearing that. 1090, right near the high of the session. So this one has a little more room to go. A relatively new stock here, right? Or was this a reorg? Basis to monthly charts, not seeing a whole lot in here, folks. Your next monthly high comes in at 1569, but had to find some intermediate levels between here and there as nothing goes straight up except for Snowflake.
Yeah, let's go there next. Snowflake, snow rising. I don't know if I can think of a good pun. Snowflake, which IPO'd 2 months ago at a $70 billion valuation, is now valued at over $100 billion. I read something in Bloomberg today about the CEO, just his stock options. It's like 100 million a week or 90 million a week he's getting, some insane number. But anyway, this stock is a monster.
Broke out. You had, get rid of this candle here. You closed right up at that all-time high on, you had 342. You hit 343 yesterday. Cleared that with ease. I mean, you went down to 334 first, but obviously nowhere near the low from yesterday. But you came back up. Big volume yesterday, bigger volume today. 10 points off the high. So whatever, you will get your new all-time closing high today. Wow, I feel like I'm saying the same thing in every dang stock here. But no, snow on the move. And I think did CrowdStrike? That's probably having a good day too then, right?
I didn't actually look at CrowdStrike. Yeah.
CrowdStrike, new all-time high for that. Not moving quite like Snowflake, but looks poised to finish above yesterday's high. We just took out the high. We went to 95 and a half, now back down. So we'll see. Well, I mean, new all-time closing high, unless Pfizer pulls another one on us. We should be okay. And that was actually nothing. It was we were discussing it on the show. That was for December, and you look out on the wires there, and seems like that was kind of old information, something the algos bit on and sold, and I'm sure they were regretting it pretty quickly. Some overstock. We haven't talked overstock in a
No, we
long
haven't.
time.
No, we haven't.
Bitcoin play, right? Kinda, not really.
Supposedly. I mean, it's always funny whether something is or isn't a quote unquote play, like a Bitcoin play, for example. It's whatever the market says it is, right? If the market treats it as such, then it is. And the market treats overstock like a blockchain or crypto play.
Oh, quiet session here. 62.71 was yesterday's high. We did move above, we're trying to move above that here, moving in late in the session. I don't know, just a matching rate, actually three highs in the same area there. It's about 62.31. So not really going up, not really going down. Ranges can, or excuse me, I was looking at the 15-minute chart. 63.30 and 63.57. It looks like you had that seller step down to 64 from 64.08. So I don't like the fact that you've had 1, 2, 3, 4 lower highs since making that 71.80 high. So someone's pressing to get out of this position. It looks just a little bit. So look for that string of lower highs to be broken in order to get this going back to the upside. Pretty good support at the 3-day low, just under 60 and 59.56.
Hey, can you pull up the monthly chart of AMD?
Okay.
Tell me how juicy that looks.
Let's see. Oh, broke out yesterday, trying to get to that magic $100 level. Last two sessions, though, you just got someone's working out of something here. Just under 95, 94.70, 94.58. But now we want that to get up. That triple D, that 8100 spread he put on a while ago must be looking pretty good. But just two highs in the same area, but it looks like you're getting back up there. Clear that on Monday and be taking a look at that all-time high. That all-time high was made on Wednesday at 96.37. And you're kind of interesting area here because on that day, it closed at 93.74. So trying to post a new all-time closing high, 93.91 currently trading
Yeah, but
here.
look at that monthly. I mean, it on the monthly just breakout,
Getting
right?
ready to go again, right?
Ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah. All
Yep.
right.
Strong stock, strong market.
More tickers from the chat. Let's look at Chewy.
Chewy.
Yeah, this remains the only IPO I've ever bought on the IPO day. I really, really try not to buy IPOs.
Yeah, I remember that.
Of course, I sold it like a day later, but
Yeah.
no, same thing.
I mean, you can't really say. I mean, it just had a 2-day sell-off and getting right back up there. Easy target here. That high at 78.50, 78 and 77.95 was the highs from the last two sessions. Let's see if we can see all-time closing high is 77.58. So lot resistance between 77.58 and 78.50. A little bit of lighter volume today. You did have some heavier volume on the sell days. Maybe if you're looking at this thing, 75.34, your 4-day close. Not a great week for it in a pretty strong market, but really no, I'm not looking for this thing really to fall out of bed until it breaches 70, and you're $4.50 away from that.
Okay, so we got some room. We got some room. TradeWeb, not one we looked at recently. TW.
What's that, a $500 stock now or something? Oh no, this is
No,
lower
no,
price
no.
stock. I'm thinking of Trade Desk.
Yeah. Hey,
Uh
how was TTD doing?
yep. That's probably $500.
Oh, it's 900.
Right.
Dear Lord. All right, TradeWeb.
Uh hmm. Interesting area here for the next couple sessions. Forget about the old time high from now because you got a seller at the 62 area. High at 62.18 on the November 12th. Today, 62.23. So little roadblock there. Finishing kind of weak on the session. You don't like to see something closing near its low. So maybe it's going to work its way into that candle from Thursday a little bit before we turn and take out that all-time high.
All right, I'm scrolling up in the chat now to see if I missed anything from earlier in the broadcast. No, I did a pretty good job of covering most of those.
Yeah,
Do you want to look at fuel cell? I haven't looked in.
fuel cell, that 650 offering price. You talk about those areas acting as support or resistance, and that turned out to be pretty good support in the issue. You got down to 652 on the day that was offered, and they scooped it right back up. So everything is looking good here. 816, 826, two highs from the last two sessions. You got to respect that. That's holding it back. Got a gap fill and fuel cell here from the offering day up to 901. So looks like it's slowly working its way in there to fill the gap.
Hey, BlackBerry, if you for some reason if you bought it Friday, not Friday, if you bought it Tuesday morning and you didn't sell, well, you're getting another chance today here. So
Yeah, let's take a look at
14%.
BB. How much did it come back down here? Getting back up there, a little bit more of a a stair step rally. Never filled the gap there between 6 and 7. So if you were looking to get that on the cheap, the Amazon news gave it a nice boost. I mean, it's working strong day, probably good volume, closing near the highs of the session. We'll see it working its way back up from that high on what was that, Tuesday? That high on Tuesday, way up there at 989. But good week for double B.
Wow. Okay. Here's a ticker we haven't talked about in months, maybe all year on this show. Build-A-Bear Workshop.
BBW.
No, I don't think we've looked at this one like since the last year.
I mean, if you're looking for underpriced stocks,
Hey, dog. We said the dogs are barking. This is certainly a dog. This qualifies.
it's a bear that's barking here. Well, great support under $4. Trying to break out. I mean, I think it would be a little more impressive if this could get back over 5 and hold 5. Not much. This is on the monthly charts. Interestingly, this is getting back to its February. It's over its February high. That was 481. Well, it did get there today, 491. I'd say you need a move over $5, a close out of $5 to get another leg higher. Don't know if it's going to be on the Christmas wish here, Christmas list, but Build-A-Bear Workshop,
Yeah.
nice week for it on a percentage basis.
Hey, sometimes take what you can get. And I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before where we mentioned steel, but man, Joel, I don't know if you looked at like FCX today and X today. I mean, it's just a breakout.
Yeah, boy, look at that FCX chart, man. That thing was $4.50, now reaching 25. I mean, higher highs, higher lows, and higher closes. A little bit of a turn here in US steel, 17. Maybe there's a big order perched at 17, and the HFT stepped ahead of it and embedded it down a little bit. On the monthly charts, really not much in here. 16. Ooh, there's your reason. Back in May 2019, your monthly high 16.99. So little bit of a roadblock here at 17. Your next monthly high comes in at 2053. That's be a big move, but clear out that seller at 17, get another leg higher in US steel.
All right, almost 3:58 now. Got about 2 minutes left in our show. Joel, looks like we're not going to have any fireworks like yesterday. Just a nice, steady close.
Yeah. They're gutting for 3,700. Nice round number, like 3,700. It's only 3.5 points away. Probably anybody that's hanging out short will probably want to maybe using that as a potential exit area. I don't know anyone would be short this market. Making new highs into the close, new highs on Friday. Usually mean follow through on Monday. But that's it, man, folks. Another new all-time closing high and a new all-time closing high by a wide margin. And right now it'd be over 32 handles, man. Maybe we'll hit 4K by the end of the year. LAC, that is a stock.
LCA.
LCA. What did I do? LCA. Yeah. How could I just forgot to
I don't know if there's news today, I'll be honest. That's
just a SPAC attack, right?
Yeah,
That's moving up.
That looks like a news driven event, but I don't know what it was
or just a breakout. Once you cleared that all-time high at 2153, blue sky, right? Blue sky had no sellers in there, and kind of like no sellers in the S&Ps.
Yeah, for the rest of our lives, we're gonna look back at any stock you pull up. You can look at the chart from March of 2020, and you're gonna kick yourself. Every single stock, you kick yourself not buying it back in March, but. I don't know. Every time I see like a US Steel that got how low, or Foot Locker that got to 17, it's at 41 now. US Steel was at 4, now it's at 16. It's just mind blowing stuff.
When I look at that, and when I look at that too, when I'm writing up some of these stocks and I'm looking at things, a lot of them. A lot of them stop within the area of a monthly low. So next time we have a strategy, a strategy like that, keep an eye on, your monthly lows when you get in areas like that. But that's it, folks. We're going to hit 3,700 eventually here. We just ticked 36.99. So who's our guest on Monday?
Oh, hold on. I want to give you the final tallies. Yeah, it was just a great day for the Russell, up 2.5%, the Nasdaq up 0.5%, the S&P's up almost 1%. I mean, gold up, oil up. It was really just a good day all around. Like you said, Joel, we're in blue sky territory here. So, yeah,
just hit 3,700. There's your target. Nice round number ending the session.
Gil Morales is our guest on
Oh,
Monday.
great.
Low
Okay.
investors. So that'll be it, man. What a positive end to the week. I hope it bodes well for all of our weekends. I hope you all have a great weekend. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all the super chats, all the regular chats, all that. We love it all. We appreciate you. Please remember that all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. Everyone have a good rest every day. Have a great weekend. We'll be back with you on Monday morning.